Let's focusing on Agentics. Let's talk about a specific use case. Could you sort of share what you would consider to be something that could transform the telco? Some use cases that you think would be a good way of illustrating how it works and also would provide value to the telecommunications company.
I'm not sure about a specific use case really, but the overriding point is that as a customer, if I'm calling in, I have a problem, okay? Otherwise, it would just be zero touch, right? So if I've got a problem, I just want to get that problem resolved as simply and as quickly and as reliably as possible. So if the easiest way to do that is via an AI transaction online or over the phone, I don't want to have to navigate 5 different levels of an IVR before I get to the right person and hold for 20 minutes. Okay, the days of that, please, must be gone now. It's about finding the right route to that solution. It might involve being put through to a human, and maybe that human has the right information put in front of them to be able to make a decision quickly and improve their productivity. Or it might be a very simple transactional issue that can be solved by AI. So it's about using the right tools at the right times, using the right mix of human and technology to do that. But in addition to that as well, the other thing I would say, if the human is having to call in and contact you to solve a problem, then you've already got it wrong. Okay? Because the ideal situation is that you know about the problem before the customer does, and you've solved that. So, to give you some examples, you could be using AI or machine learning to monitor a line that is live and look at any degradation on the line and trends and projections about how that line is performing. You could make adjustments to make the line more reliable or more performant. If there is a trend, then do something proactively to solve that before it becomes an issue. As I say, if the customer is having to call in, then something's gone wrong and you should have tried to resolve that beforehand. And I think that's really where AI can be very powerful, looking at trends and making those projections.
Dr. Basit, do you have something to add?
Let's start with a simple use case on intelligent automation that I've actually worked with one of my clients. It's a simple use case where a customer rings in. As soon as the customer rings in, the intelligent RPA cuts in. It knows from the user ID, picks up all the necessary data, from the CRM and other activities that the customer may have initiated, any tickets, so on and so forth, and aggregate that data and make it available to the agent. And then when the customer says, I want a data upgrade or I want this bill resolved or whatever, then the intelligent RPA will allow the agent to select whatever RPA to initiate, and it'll go in the back end and do all the necessary activities. And you can clearly see that if you have an IVR, you understand the conversation, you understand the text, you understand the intent, that can automatically automate that activity. So you've got the Gen AI agent listening into the conversation, passing it, understanding the intent, and then initiating the necessary action. And we all know that we need the control or the understanding that when the agent initiates the action, that is the right action. This is, I think, the learning curve and the path that telcos will take, which is let's use agents, let's use the Agentic AI technology in those use cases where we know that there is very little scope for error. As our Gen AI matures into our field, into our technology, into our conversations, as it matures, then we'll be able to see the Agentic AI capable of taking in more complicated conversations and automatically performing the task. So it's a simple task, and the use case I've discussed is something that's commonplace. And it's in use cases like this that Agentic AI will be used initially.